So can you tell me what the Sound Shark actually is?
The Sound Shark is a device, a small device that turns a normal lapel mic into a shotgun or even a super shotgun. It's made up of a collector dish with a special shape that collects and focuses all the sound energy that's coming in from the front of the dish onto a single point, and you put a lapel mic at that point to capture the audio. The second part is a frame that supports your the collector dish and the lapel mic and allows you to mount it to your camera or magic arm or whatever. Um, and with the Sound Shark, a lapel mic inside the Sound Shark from 5 or 6 feet sounds very similar to a unaided lapel mic 1 foot from the sound source or speaker. So it provides a 5 or 6 times amplification to your standard lapel mic.
Okay. And when would people be using this Sound Shark? What is the Sound Shark good for?
The Sound Shark's good for situations where you can't get close to your speakers. For example, wedding videographers have used the Sound Shark from the back of the church or the edge of the church when they aren't able to mic up the couple or have a microphone close to them. It's used when you're not able or comfortable placing a microphone on your speaker, running the cables, trying to hide the cables, and so forth and so on. It also is good in situations where you may have a problem with so many uh, wireless radio microphones that you have an interference situation. Um, Being able to capture from a distance without the wireless microphone can be a good alternative. Um, the other or another situation is where you have multiple speakers, perhaps at a podium where speakers are changing in and out quite often, and you don't want to have to move your wireless mic from one speaker to another. The Sound Shark can be set on the podium or close to the podium and capture the speakers regardless of who is speaking. Um, Very similarly, you can capture a group like a family interacting without having to have multiple wireless microphones or having one person that's very loud and everybody else being very soft. Another big area that the Sound Shark is used in is wildlife. Um, you can capture wildlife from a safe distance um, without having to do extreme, take extreme measures, and they're especially especially well accepted with the birders, where they record the bird calls from a large distance. They've really liked the Sound Shark for that. And the last situation that may not be completely obvious is it works real well in windy situations because the lapel mic is inside the collector dish. It's largely protected from wind, so you don't get the rumble that you often um, receive with shotgun mics or mics that are out in the open in a windy day.
Okay. Are there any downsides of parabolic mics like the Sound Shark?
Um, sure. All parabolic microphones will have um, a coloring or an effect on the audio that is captured because the high frequencies reflect better than the low frequencies. So there's a bias toward the high frequencies. So it's not going to be a perfectly natural sounding audio. That can be addressed in post processing if needed. But because of that coloration, we normally don't recommend Sound Sharks for music because it will affect the audio that's captured. And it's probably not best for a situation like a movie or a television program where you want the absolute best audio and are willing to take great pains to get the best audio. it's probably not the best in that. And the last situation where it really doesn't work well is where you're trying to bring a microphone into a PA system. Because the sound shark is so sensitive, if you bring it into a PA system, you will have almost instantaneous feedback. So those are the situations where we really don't recommend the sound shark.